Hello, online crew. Today I'm going to talk about some strategies that I would focus on if I was starting again. If I had no influence on social media, I had no following on social media, or I was changing brands or something like this, what I want to talk about in this video is what I would concentrate on. So this could be relevant to you if you're new to social media. What are some of the things that you might want to focus on? Or if you're a little bit stuck, maybe you need to relaunch or refocus on some things to get some more traction. This could be relevant to you. Or if you just feel like you're a bit stagnant, like you've been going at this social media thing for a while, not much is happening, you're not getting much engagement, you're not getting many leads. So what are some of the things that you could focus on or redirect your attention to get some more traction in your business? Okay, so I hope this is going to help. So there's 7 things that I'm going to run through in this video that I would focus on if you're in any one of those scenarios. Okay, so I'll get to that in a minute. I just want to share with you, I am flying away tonight and I'm not going to be live for the next 2 weeks. So this time, in 2 weeks' time, I'll be back. So normally I go live twice a week. So the second video this week, I won't be live. All next week, I won't be live. And I'll be back in the chair this time in 2 weeks' time. Coaching community members, training as normal. I've got a great training for you guys this week in the coaching community regarding, I'm giving you a sneak peek behind closed doors of what's happening in my company, my business, my team with what we're creating with AI. It is just insane. We are streets ahead of what we're doing. What we're doing. What's the word I'm looking for? From like different to others when it comes to AI to supporting our team. And we've only created all these resources like in the last month. Like this is brand new stuff, hot off the press. So coaching community members, I'm giving you a sneak peek of that in this week's training. So that's still as per usual. It's just my public lives. I'm going away with some friends for a 50th birthday. It's my birthday while we're away as well. So double kind of celebration. And I'm looking forward to it. Naturally, when these things happen, I've woken up with, like, I don't know whether you can see in my eye there, bloodshot red eye. Still got my headache because my neck's out. It's all good, but maybe the holiday will fix all of those things. So I will miss you over the next sort of week and a half, or almost couple of weeks. But yeah, if you think I'm a little bit quiet, that's why. But until then, let's talk about today's topic regarding what I would do if I was starting over with no following, no influence. What would I focus on? So number 1, I would definitely lean into first, this is so important, my own expectations, my own kind of leadership way of thinking, that like just managing that expectation of being new and not having an audience or a following. It takes time. I see way too many people that have only been in this industry for 6 months or been working social media for a few months, and they take themselves out of the game because they're like, no, there's nothing happening. I'm not getting much engagement, or I'm getting no sales. It's like, are you for real? Like, it's an advantage to get people to, buy from you, but you've got to earn that right. It doesn't just happen. You've got to earn the right for people to follow you. You've got to earn the right to get the sale. You can't just turn up, post and pray and hope people that will buy. You've got to earn it. So, you've just got to concentrate on first, anybody starting in social media, managing the expectations of your results. And, just get into that mindset of marry the process, divorce the result. Marry the process, divorce the result. So focus on the things that I'm sharing with you in this video and just do them anyway, whether you're getting sales or not, because over time, once you build up that influence and you build up that audience, you can't help but not make sales if you're consistent. Okay. So the number 1 thing is like stepping into that right frame of mind of your expectations of what you're going to get out of social media, and stepping into the leadership skills before you're even a leader. So how your leaders show up. And they show up when they don't feel like it. And so do you. Like, we all need to show up sometimes on social media and do things that we don't feel like doing. Like right now, My head's pounding. I don't feel good. I've got a flight later today. I haven't even packed. I've got a million things to do. I don't always feel like doing these live videos, but my commitment to my audience is to always share value and give. And I do that without expectation. I just show up and I give for others in the hopes that what I share, because of what I'm doing in the industry and my business, will help others. Do you see what I mean? Like, I could easily bail and not do this video because I'm going away today. So, you know what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to make myself look like a martyr or anything like that. But there's things that you just need to commit to, and you do anyway. Okay, because that's what helps build your credibility and your influence. And when you're helpful to other people and give them tips that they go, oh, I might try that or try that, then you become somebody of value. Okay, so mindset is always number one. The second thing, I would get crystal clear on one person that I want to help. One person. And then all your social media following, you talk to that one person. Okay, so what does that one person look like? Is it a male? Is it a female? What age are they? What's their demographics? What keeps them awake at night? What problem can you solve for them? Like, think of one person that you want to help that is your ideal client, your ideal prospect, and just everything forward focuses on that one person. Okay, so there's a lot of people that on social media that say, hi, everyone. Like they're talking to a group. Like, when you write and you talk to kind of one person, your goal is for the person that's reading it or listening to your video, they feel like you're talking to them. Like, have you ever watched a live video and it's like, man, she's in my head or he's in my head? Like, that's totally what I'm experiencing. I need to hear that today. That's how you want to think of your perfect person that you are showing up for on social media. So, in marketing terms, that's kind of your target market is a broader term, but it's your like perfect customer avatar, that perfect person that would be your ideal customer. So get really, really clear, crystal clear on that type of person and the problem that you're solving from that one person, and everything revolves around that moving forward with your content. Okay. Number 3, initially I would focus on value, not volume. So that's the quality of your content. It's not just posting for the sake of posting. It's not just being consistent and say, oh, my upline said I need to post every day, or I need to post more. Just post more, post 3 or 4 times a day. No, don't do that. I know that there's lots of people, even in our own, like my own company, they post multiple times on different platforms, talking about a lot of different things, and they have less sales than I do, and I post less. Why? Because I'm very laser focused on who I help with the problem that I solve. So it's not about volume of content. It's about the value of the content. Are you giving any value to your audience? Are they learning anything from you? What do you bring to the table? That's what I would focus on first. I've shared here like my TikTok journey from like almost like a couple of years ago. I'd had my TikTok for years, and I started by focusing on business first, and it just didn't work very well for me. And a couple of years ago, people were just buying very easily on TikTok. So it's like, well, I'm going to try that. I just completely rebranded from business to product. Even on the same channel, I didn't even start a new one. I just completely rebranded. So obviously I lost a lot of followers. But the first thing I did was just shared my journey. I shared my story, and I shared valuable tips along the way with what was happening in my life, what I was struggling with, what I was doing to improve. And my viewers, like, they came on that transformation with me. They came on that journey with me. And I gave lots of valuable information along the way. So I built up trust with my audience before I really kind of started to sell. Okay. So number 3 is focusing on value. Like, what are you bringing to the table that's helpful, inspirational? Somebody's learning something from you. Like, think of like content that you can create around that. And that's what will get you more eyeballs. That's what will build trust. And people only buy from people that they know, like, and trust. Okay. Posting more isn't the answer. Posting more valuable content is. Okay. But not to everybody, to your perfect person. and the problem that you mainly solve, that one problem. Remember what I always say, keep the main thing 80% of the time. Okay. Number 4, regarding kind of skill level on social media, I would master hooks before anything else. I would go all in learning everything I could about hooks and really digging into AI regarding hooks and attention grabbing hooks for that one person that you've identified. You won't get eyeballs on your content. You won't stop the scroll unless you've got a really good hook on like short form video or the very first line of a written post. What's your hook? What's your attention grabber? That would be what I would hone in on. Like if your content is flat or you're just kind of starting out, make the hooks awesome, and then they'll read the rest, or then they'll look at your video. That's how you stop the scroll. So if you've got blah content, you'll get blah reaction. You won't stop the scroll. You'll create lots of content. You'll work really hard, but no one's really digging it. No one's really even watching it or seeing it because you're not grabbing anybody's attention. So attention grabbing hooks is really what I would focus on. And mind you, that's not only for new people. That's like a lot of you could take, that on now, even if you've been in this business for a while. But for some of you, that's what lets you down. You're not stopping the scroll. Okay. Number 5, I would work really hard at building trust with my audience. And you do that through storytelling. You don't do that by selling, and you don't do that by giving information, just information. Information doesn't sell. Connection does. Trust does. Somebody seeing themselves in your story, your journey does build trust. Okay. So I would work really hard on building trust with my audience and being super, super relatable to my audience and that one person that I've identified, and talking about the pains and struggles that I have with that particular problem. So I can get the right people watching my content, and they can feel that I understand them. They feel seen and heard by me because of my journey and my story. If you create too much content that's just talking about things, or it's just educating and that's all you do, like educating is good, but if there's no educating with a story attached to it, they're not going to connect with you personally. They might learn some things, and that's a good thing. You need that kind of content, but are they really connecting with you? Because the currency on social media in 2026 is trust. So evaluate your own content. Am I building trust here? Am I getting people to really get to know me? Or am I really just sharing information? I'm not getting emotional. I'm not being authentic. I'm not being vulnerable. Think of all of those things on how you could build trust. But not only building trust through storytelling. Okay. I'll say it again. People don't buy information. They buy connection. They buy your things because they truly believe that you understand what they're going through and that you can help them with whatever it is that you're selling. And they literally think, she gets me or he gets me. And so they trust you. Okay. Trust is huge. Number 6, another skill one, I would focus on learning the skill or practicing the skill of conversations. It's huge. You can get an audience. You can attract an audience. You can even attract leads. But if you don't have good conversation skills, if you don't build a connection and trust really quickly with your leads, you will really struggle to convert and make sales. So the way you talk to people, the questions that you ask, how you lead your prospect to where you want them to go, how you make them feel seen and heard by your questions, that is a skill. And the quicker you learn that skill, the better that you will convert to sales. Because again, you've made somebody feel seen and heard, and they trust you. So the skill of having conversations, whether you are initiating the conversations or whether it's somebody that's already a lead and then you're nurturing that lead to make a sale, the only way you will be successful at that is if you learn really good conversation skills and you stop talking and you start listening more. and you learn how to ask good quality questions. So your lead, your prospect will give you some information that then you can use to make them feel seen and heard. All of that is a skill. It's not something that comes naturally to us just because we're in the industry and we go on social media and we're like, yeah, I don't want to hassle my family and friends. I'm going to do it on social media, attract people to me and sell that way. But if you're lacking all of these things, you're going to work damn hard and not get very many results. And that's tough. And that's what takes people out of the game. Okay. Coaching community members, you have all that training available to you right now. So don't just watch a training once and think you know it all. You need to watch trainings and resources on the things that you need help with over and over and over again. You practice it. You probably won't be very good at it at the beginning. You learn something and then you practice it again. You only get good at things when you practice them over and over again. Okay. Number 7, I would stay consistent even when things feel slow, even when it's not converting, even when you don't feel like it. All of the above. You've got to keep consistent if you want traction and you want to build trust. People will watch you for months before they ask for any information. Not days, not weeks, not 3 posts. They will need to watch you. In this day and age, they will need to watch you show up over and over and over and over and over and over and over again before they trust you enough to reach out to you for information even. It's just the way it works. So this is why number 1, like managing the expectations, is really important. But if you stop because you're not getting much engagement, or you stop because you don't feel like it, because you don't feel like anything's working, you're just destroying your trust with the people that were there now. Now they don't trust you anymore because you're not consistent. You need to be excited and sharing the story and sharing the value, whether you feel like it or not, whether you feel like it's working or not. And, trust me, it will change eventually if you are consistent enough and you are solid enough and convicted enough in what you use and why you use it and what's helped you, even when you're not getting the results. That's how you'll sort of crack through eventually. But if you stop, or you're pretty good for 2 weeks and then you drop off the bandwagon for 5 weeks and then, there's a new product launch and now you're enthusiastic for 5 minutes, that lasts a couple of weeks and then things go quiet again and you back off and get back to your life again. And then something else gets launched, you come back again. So if you're in and out of your journey, so is that trust with your audience. They're like, here's another thing that they're going to talk about for 5 minutes and then disappear. So the consistency is so, so important, whether you're new, starting over, or whether you're existing. I'm not perfect. I shared openly last month how I went to Chicago. I dropped off the bandwagon. I made all the excuses under the sun. I'm traveling. I'm busy. I'm posting in a different time zone. People are not engaging with me, so I just won't do it. And my sales bottomed out. Came home, got my consistency back, all of that back, and I still became the number 1 earner last month. So I completely flipped things again. Do you think I'm a little bit worried about flying out this evening and being on holidays for 2 weeks? Yeah, it's playing with my head. How can I stay consistent? I haven't had time to pre-record content, so I haven't got a bank of content. So either I've got to create content while I'm away or repurpose. Like I'm already thinking about how I'm not going to drop the ball. So I'm not perfect, and I will probably post less in the next 2 weeks than I normally do, because I'm away with friends. We're celebrating somebody's birthday. No one else is in the industry like me. So we're not all creating content together for the same reason. You know what I mean? So, it's a little bit different. But I'm already trying to, think of, a plan to not drop the ball completely. But I've been around long enough and been consistent for long enough that if I disappear for a week or so, the trust isn't going to be destroyed because I just get straight back on the game, when I'm back in routine. So I've already earned the consistency because of all the hard work I've put in previously. So it's not as damaging for me if I'm a little less consistent if I go away, and I openly talk about that. But if you're new, You just, and it's all part of the journey as well. Like, I need to share that I'm going away and what I'm doing so people understand it as well. That's all part of being genuine and people trusting your genuineness and your authenticity, because you share whatever journey you're on social media. Okay. So I hope any one of those 7 things, if you just got something out of one of those 7 things, just execute that. Because all of these 7 things are helpful if you want to up your game and build trust on social media. Okay. So I really do hope that was helpful for you to think about and, to take on board something that you could do a little bit better. As I mentioned, I won't be live again until 2 weeks today when I'm back in this chair. So if you want to see what I'm up to, that'll all be in my stories. I'll have a few posts here and there, but I'm going to enjoy myself, get some sun, just have a good time. So I look forward to seeing you guys when I get back. And remember, coaching community members, you still got training. That doesn't stop. This week's is getting that little sneak peek of what we're doing behind the scenes in my network marketing company with AI. It's just so exciting and so insane. So you guys get a little sneak peek at that. But adios for a couple of weeks. That's not where I'm going. I do appreciate you guys. I appreciate you turning up to my lives or catching the replays. I hope that information was valuable, and I'll share all my journeys when I come back in a couple of weeks' time. Bye.